Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Create Your Own Reality podcast, where we share stories and practical tips to help you level up your mindset, reconnect with your purpose, and boost your confidence. If this is your first time listening to the show, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're able to take something from this episode to turn your day from good to great. Let's get into it. Success is going to look different for everyone. And I really want to hone in on that. Because I think one of the big reasons why some people may even be afraid of success is because they think it looks one particular way. And with that being said, I think the biggest view on success is, celebrities, right? They're out there in the media publicly with maybe a lot of nice things and nice houses, and all of that is great, right? However, what if you're not one of those people who, wants to live a super glamorous life? Which for the most part, I think a lot of us can resonate with that because we didn't go on to pursue show business or anything of that sort. Now, I know for myself in general, having a background in performing arts, dance, things like that, there was always a part of me that was very conflicted. I was definitely not one of those people who really loved being in the spotlight. It was actually always my goal to become more of a choreographer than an actual performer, which if you know anything about dance, it's really difficult to become a choreographer without having gone through the performance part first. So that was always a big struggle for me. However, I think when you really get down to it, success doesn't have to look like that. And everyone's version of success is allowed to look different. For me, as I mentioned before, success for me is really about having time freedom, location freedom, and the freedom to have options, which usually comes back to money. However, I definitely don't want a super glamorous lifestyle. Of course, it would be nice to have a few nice things here and there for all the hard work that you've done. But I don't know, for me, I wouldn't want to spend all my time, seeking out big celebrities and going to all these events and things like that. I think cool experiences like that every once in a while would be amazing to, again, just say that you've been able to do that or you've been able to meet these people, things like that. But having that lifestyle on a consistent basis isn't something that really aligns with me personally. And I think another big thing too, with social media being such a big part of everybody's life, is, again, it goes back to really seeing everybody's highlight reels all the time. You don't see all those other moments. And even with those people that maybe aren't as successful as they want to be just yet, they're still going to seem a lot more successful to you than maybe they even are, because they're only sharing the highlights from where they are right now. So just really taking all of that into account. I don't want you to associate success with celebrities and, paparazzi and having all these glamorous things. Of course, if that's your idea of success, absolutely. That's incredible. I hope you get to the point that you're looking to get to, and that's awesome. But for the large majority of people, I don't believe that that's really what they're looking for. And I would never want you to steer yourself away from success because you think that is the one definition of success. So yeah, this one was a very short and sweet this week. I just wanted to really get that out, share that little message with you guys, because again, just like your life is however you want it to be, you get to create your story, you get to tell your story. Your idea of success as well gets to be anything you want it to be. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this episode, please be sure to leave a review and share it with a friend. Comment down below to share your takeaways with others and join the email list from the link in the show notes. Until next time, stay motivated, Be inspired and don't forget to encourage others.